Well, guess who's on the phone? It's our old friend, Kevin Martin from Candlebox. What's going on?
I don't know where I'm at, man. Good morning.
You got no idea where you are, even at this point. You're somewhere on the East Coast. You're getting ready to come back to the great state of Texas. What's going on with you?
Life is good, man. I got no complaints. Got a new record coming out. And, I'm back on the road.
Let's get right to the meat and potatoes of that. I don't know if it's you as a writer or us as listeners and fans, but there is a little spark, a little magic there that is above and beyond what there usually is. I mean, do you feel it?
Yeah, definitely. This record was so fun to make, and we did it. We put ourselves under the pressure to make it in a very, very short time, which forced us to really work hard and dig deep for the songs we wanted. Like a song like Vexatious, which, it's not a normal Candlebox song. It's not something people expect of us. And I think it really has to do with, we added 2 new guitar players to the band, and it sparked this mass creative energy, man. And we did 12 songs in 4 days on drums and bass, 2 days to do guitars, and 4 days to do vocals. So it really pushed us, and I think we've delivered the best record we've made since the debut.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't sound rushed or anything. It sounds like you've been working on it for a decade.
Well, we had some great producers, Grant McFarland and Carson Slovak. They produced August Burn Red. They were nominated for a Grammy this year for that record, and they knew how to work with us, and I think that was one of the things that made it so easy.
Now, do you sit down and come up with a word like Vexatious, or do you run across that word and you say this would make a good song, or did you come up with that as a description for what you had written?
Well, I knew what vexate was. It's a legal term which means to irritate for the sake of irritation.
Yes.
And then I looked up Vexatious to see if it was a word, because it was phrasing how I wanted it to phrase in the song, and it just happened to fit. And I was inspired by this scene that I had last year in Bali. I was over there visiting with my wife and my son, sitting on the beach watching the sunset. And there was this young girl that had a full face of makeup on. Her hair was all done up, and she just kept taking selfie after selfie after selfie, and just totally oblivious to the world around her and the irritant that she was causing. Everybody was just looking at her like, "What are you doing? You're in the most beautiful place on the planet, the sun's setting," and everyone around her was just irritated by this scene. And I was like, "That's my song."
Wow. Okay, let's move on to the album title, Disappearing in Airports. What's going on with that?
Well, that's the title of the painting that's on the front. A friend of mine I had asked to paint the album cover, Scott Rivers Fisher. He had started it, and in the process, sadly, he had a massive heart attack and died. He was only 42 years old.
Oh, man.
So his sister, it was terrible. His sister called me and said, "Hey, listen, Scott had started on your painting. He didn't get finished, but we have this one that we think really represents the music, and we'd love to show it to you." And they sent it to me. I fell in love with it. He was one of my favorite painters, and he was just on the verge of really becoming well-known in New York. And I said, we'd love to honor him by putting it on the cover of the album and naming the album after the painting. And that's what the painting was called. So that's why it's called Disappearing in Airports.
I'm so sorry you lost your friend, man, but I think you're certainly honoring him in a really, really cool way.
Thank you. Yeah.
Now, according to what I've got here, the album's not dropping until the 22nd of April. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and we have you before that. Will we be hearing anything other than Vexatious? Will you be debuting anything else, some road music?
Yeah, we're playing a song called Supernova. We're playing a song called Crazy. We're playing a song called I Got a Gun.
Yeah, I've Got a Gun you've actually made available too. Yeah.
Yeah, and we may even play another song called Spotlights.
Wow, fantastic. So you're actually taking it, airing it all out, aren't you?
We want to, we want people to hear it. And, if I'd had it my way, we'd have waited until the record was out to start touring. But sometimes, you've got to strike while the iron's hot, and things are hot for us right now. So
very much so. Yeah, of all the shows we have coming up, yours is the closest to a sellout at this point. And, I mean, it could not happen to a nicer group of guys.
Thanks, man. Thank you so much.
And, continuing on that thread, we're also here to announce a little something to everybody that we have not revealed until now, and that you and your guitar player have been kind enough to perform a couple songs for everybody out at the Buddy Holly statue.
That's exactly true. We're excited to do that.
Yeah, pretty exciting day. We'll give everybody all the details here on that here in just a little bit. I would recommend that if you want to see Candlebox, you need to go get your tickets right now. I did not make that little fact up. That is what the promoter told me. He said this one is going to go clean and it's going to go quick. And with the new album on the way, we're very excited about everything that's happening for you, man.
Thanks, my man. It's great chatting with you, brother. It's been so long.
It has been a while.
Yeah, it has.